Good morning. Good morning. This is Staff from New York City. Channel name is Staff from New York City Saves Money. I really, really love helping people. It keeps them more of their own hard-earned money. Could that be you? Let's talk about a few things, and I'll be right back in a minute. Doing? Hope that this audio video as always finds everybody doing well. This is my second taping of it, not because of a technical issue, which is usually the case, but because I did not really like the way the original recording of my message went. I played it back and I said to myself, there's just something that's not sounding right about that video. And it's kind of like a weird thing. Like if I don't like the way the message comes across, maybe it's too like overly, maybe too I don't know, complicated or whatever. I said, you know what? It doesn't make me happy. There's no reason on God's green earth why I have to keep it up. So I deleted it. And sometimes it's good to have a do-over. And this is what I want to talk about in life. The wonderful news is that in many, many cases, all of us get a chance to do a do-over. Sometimes we make a mistake, and pencils do have erasers and stuff of that nature. Remember when you were in school, when you were a kid, and you had to write a paragraph or an essay or composition, and you might have struggled through it, and you read it back, it just didn't seem to sound right. That's the wonderful news. Back in the day, we used our pencils and we erased it and we redid it. Perhaps we put it on typing, or was required to be neatly handwritten. I'm talking about back in the, good old days, the dinosaur era, like in my era. But do-overs are a good thing. And now that we're older, sometimes all of us make mistakes. Maybe we say things inappropriately at the wrong time, or we didn't mean for a word or two to come out the way it did, and that's truly like not what we meant to do. So the good news is we have a chance to do over and apologize and start off with a clean slate. Is there anything, you don't have to tell me in the comment section, but is there anything that perhaps in your life that maybe like in the recent future that like you bite your lip and say, did I really say that, or should I have done that? The good news is you could start over, you could always fix it. And a great way to start sometimes is with an apology. Sometimes every single one of us at some point in time, we mess up. That's just the way life is. So I just wanted to say, I didn't like the way that video sounded to me. It just sounded too rambly and it wasn't going anywhere for the point I wanted to make. So I redid it. And to me, that was well worth it. We have a wonderful thing here, with all of our channels. We have a thing, as you know, called the comment section. And let me tell you something, some of the greatest information and points and tips and tricks that I've ever seen throughout the platform on other channels as well. It's fun to read the comment section. And can I tell you, when it is done well, what do I mean by done well? With everybody being kind to each other and respectful and, not bad language, this and that and that and this. I think it makes it just a much more pleasant experience. And I'm just saying that I'm, grateful for that opportunity. And it is so nice of you to take that time after you view a video to leave your comment. Well, I'll let you know that I appreciate it. That's pretty much it on that. Now I want to completely switch gears, okay? And this is about appreciation. So I've been watching some videos of, tiny houses. They look so cute. They look so cute. Perhaps a person is sick and tired of a huge house and they want to scale down their life and keep things rather simpler and smaller. The less you have, the less you have to worry about type thing. And I totally get the it factor on that. And they really, really are cute. Then, of course, there are people, that choose to live in mobile homes. Some of the mobile homes is really, really cute. Really, really cute, affordable option for, many people want the idea of home ownership without having to, deal with other issues, with bigger places and so on and so forth. There are a lot of options, but there are people who are living very, very harshly in, very tight quarters, like really, really tight quarters. And there was a video, I forget the name of it precisely, but it's about this like little village where people who are literally like a step above being homeless and living, let's say, on a street, for example. This is not in New York, this is in another state. And people form together a little bit of a tiny house community. But the difference is that these tiny houses weren't like completely, like a total tiny house, complete with, plumbing and this and that. I think maybe a minor small sink, not a bathroom. But there was a lady, and these houses look so cute because certainly much better than, the previous conditions. And what it is, it's a step up. And people do pay like a small amount, like, that befits their budget, somewhere like a sliding scale between 200, 400, or whatever the number was. It was quite reasonable. And the person is not, living, in extreme situations. Well kept. There are rules to follow. People have to follow the rules of, curfew and keeping their little tiny house like complete with a lock and like their own literal tiny house with a bed in it and so on and so forth, little shelves, whatever. So there's a woman, probably about, I would say about 65, 70 years young. And she fixed up the interior so cutely, so cutely. She wanted everything with this like lavender color theme, whatever. And for some reason or another, she was only able to get white shelves. Was it white shelves? No, white baskets. And, she was on a very, very tight budget, but she didn't like the white basket. She wanted it to coordinate with her bedding with the lavender. So she didn't sit there whining, crying, and complaining. What she did was she took action. So she actually picked up some spray paint to her favorite color. It was sort of like a do-over to refresh the inside of her tiny little home, which so appreciative she is. Okay. And that's the whole thing too, about appreciation. It is amazing how many great people there are out there. And I am so appreciative of really, really wonderful acts of kindness of people. I was watching a video the other day, of which I shared on my community page, where there were a couple of gentlemen that wanted to help paint someone's house, the exterior, absolutely for free. There was nothing per se in it for those two lovely men that, put a lot of hard work and effort, and things like that really can change a life. It is amazing that sometimes people who do not have much take such good care of what they have and live such an appreciative existence. I have to say, I really, really do respect that so much. And many times there are so many people that maybe take a lot of things for granted, and they kind of like maybe could be a little bit on the careless side and not keep things as nicely as perhaps that they could. I do know this, that is just such a wonderful feeling to be appreciative. And I want to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing and blessed day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.